Interesting though. Hmm. Hmm. So in what? So like, are the bolt cutters just gone? Like, oh yeah, I gotta say though, this didn't even happen to me. But straight up, dude, because you can miss those bolt cutters. I'm all in. Okay, so like, I'm all in for a game having some kind of treasure or secret weapon or whatever like that that you can miss if you don't pick up a certain item, right? Or like to progress further in the game because then you'll have to find out what you missed. I'm totally in for that. But if there's a item that you can miss easily, by the way, and just by missing that one item, you die to a fucking cutscene? If that's the case, then that's a fucking failure of game design on a major scale. I'm not gonna give it a minus. Okay, even though it didn't happen to me, I would still give it a -1 anyway because that's fucking stupid. But I'm not gonna give it a -1. Reason why, I'll look it up once I finish the game. But the reason why is because I don't know if that happens. I'm not about to. Well, I mean, first off, my -1s are kind of like they don't matter, truthfully. But also because -1 means I enjoyed the game less. The overall game quality is worse to me. That's what -1 means. In case I haven't already said that. But also, like I don't know if that does happen, and I'm not about to give a -1 for something if I don't even know what actually happens. So that's the thing there. Um, but yeah, I chose this guy first. I chose her last. I'm sure as shit still not gonna pick Daniel, cause fuck picking Daniel. um, and again, I'm not gonna chance my theory that if Daniel dies then shit goes downhill, cause if I feel like it is the case I feel like it is the case where if you didn't have the bolt cutters, just because of the way that cutscene played out, I feel like it is the case where if you don't have the bolt cutters, then you just fucking die. And if Daniel dies, like my theory suggests, if he dies and then everything's just fucked, then why in fuck's name would I want to play as Daniel? Like, you play as Daniel, get to some bullshit with the cutscene because you just didn't happen to not pick up a fucking item, and now you're fucked back to what, the beginning of the episode? Yeah, yeah, so yeah, the game says if you lose all characters, then you go back to the episode. So back to the beginning? That's bullshit. So yeah, I'm not choosing Daniel. But I just chose her, so I'm gonna choose this guy again instead.
Let me go. I know the place. You keep searching this area.
And I didn't mention it before, but dude, like this episode vindicates my position on the whole Sophie dying thing when she initially died. Episode 3, The Great Library. Um, that's a really green, misty place, isn't it? But this episode vindicates that because, well, you can't play as Sophie or Erica here, even if you have them. And honestly, you might not be able to play as either one of them again. And I may have already
All
said
right.
this.
Everything looks calm.
Oh shit. I may have already said this too. But like, if it is the case where you can't play as Sophie or Erica, or especially Erica, again after episode 2, then dude, I replay that for nothing. So okay, here we go. Before I get started, two things. Or at least one thing. I actually took the time to look and see if the bolt cutter thing was a thing that was really bothering me, and I actually got two things confirmed. First off, well, two of my theories are confirmed. Firstly, for the bolt cutters, that cutscene plays no matter what. If you don't have them with you, then you die immediately. And my other theory is also confirmed that if you play as Daniel Neuer, that the game automatically ends if you die. Which is doubly bullshit for the bolt cutter thing, because one thing I didn't even think about last time is the fact that the door to get the bolt cutters was ajar which was ominous as hell. Yes, I figured my way past it just using simple logic, but some people wouldn't use that same logic. So like, you're potentially fucking people to restart the episode no matter what. And to me, that's kind of poor game design. Anyway, it's enough harping on that. Time to get the actual part of this thing. Hmm. There's a grand staircase, huh? Oh yeah, also I remember that there was like a lot of green mist in this cutscene. And I'm going to assume that's bad. That's bad news bears if I go into it. So I'm not going to go into it unless I actually have to. Okay, I guess I can't do anything with that. I honestly don't even remember what I'm looking for anymore. A copy of the Northern Advertiser is covered in coffee stains. Okay. I don't think this book is related to what I'm looking for. It's about medieval history. Honestly, I don't even remember what the hell I'm looking for.
No.
No, apparently. Two ancient copies of the Quran. Wait, isn't... Wait, Quran. Isn't Quran spelled Q-U? Or is there a separate book called Koran? When I see them feel bad, I've been really practicing, especially now. No, it's the Quran. Quran is spelled with a K, with a Q-U, though, I thought. Hmm. Well, whatever. I'll never understand how they think anyone could work anything out from this messy bunch of scribbles. I've always been amazed by this replica sculpture of Laocoon and his sons. It lends an air of prestige to the department. And there's also a lot of creaks and cracks going on. And a water cooler. Maybe Husher left this here, although I don't see anything useful in the notes. But I do see a computer right there. If only I could use an access library records. Can we not already? Or is there a password or something needed? Do I still have everything I... Reading glass, that's it? So the bolt cutters only had that one... Oh, that was a statue. Only had that one use? Wait, I can't get up that ladder. I don't want to go in there. It's all dark and the green mist is there. Wait, don't tell me. Is it going to be something where like a cutscene is a trigger or something like that, and after that it'll let me go up the staircase? Please tell me it's not going to be something like that.
What's going on here?
What the fuck? Oh shit! Thank God.
Oh my God! What was that?
I don't know, but being in there is clearly bad news bears, just like I predicted. Yeah, I'm not going to try to go over there again unless I can't. Hmm. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? Yeah. Zony? I like that to avoid the trademark. I like that. Dude, that these guys must really love Daniel if they're willing to go through all this bullshit in order to save his ass. Yep, that's it. Yep, they just wanted that cutscene to play. I don't really see the purpose in it, but okay. Why do I not see the purpose in it? Well, I mean, okay, even if I wanted to go up that ladder right away and it let me do it right away like I wanted to, then at some point later on in the future, I could have tried to go through those bookshelves and just not have been able to do it. That's my thing. Unless there's some event that happens later on in the episode, I don't understand it. Ah, the bust of the university's founder. I like working in a place that has been hundreds of years. So if I want to navigate this library, I have to do it from here. Nothing, nothing. What about the window? Nothing, nothing. None of these places are offering me anything. Hmm. Hmm. The trap door of the step ladders. It's locked from the other side. Which means I can't. Okay, so I gotta go the other way around. I really hope that I don't get fucked just yet. Because I don't have a hiding place just yet. Oh, wait. No? Okay, just wondering if I can do anything with that. I can't. This is all nothing? There's nothing in any of that? Well, there's this. Huh. Seems incomplete. In which Aten was typically depicted as a sun disk, emanating a radial series of arms ending in hands. Each hand held an ankh, a symbol of life, and collected offerings. Although no anthropomorphic images, otherwise common in Egyptian mythology, have been preserved, some of these sun disk depictions have been. As part of his religious revolution, not only did Akhenaten get rid of all, I'm going to butcher this, get rid of all such humanoid depictions, he also created, according to many Egyptologists, Egypt is actually a very interesting history, the first monotheistic religion. He named the pharaoh as the god's sole representative on earth, thus disbanding and discrediting the priesthood. Isn't it interesting how that can happen? One asshole sits there and says, hey, priesthood, fuck yourself. And all of a sudden, they're fucked. Although all these changes could be explained as a consequence of the turbulent political situation of that time, the truth is that there are gaps in this understanding which scholars have not overlooked. For instance, no one knows why Akhenaten suddenly decided to transform the way temples had been until then, closed, dark, where the concealment of the divine was paramount, into expansive open-air temples where good lighting was the most important thing. It also depends on how you preserve things, because some things like paper whatnot need to be preserved in darkness, where some others don't. Same thing with film. I think it's like 95% of all movies made before the year 1933 are lost with no existing copies because they were either intentionally destroyed or unintentionally destroyed or a fire or they were just left somewhere with not optimal conditions and over the decades they just deteriorated into nothing. Not that many people these days would care about a movie from 1933 except for the prestige. When I say prestige, I mean like you just think it's cool. Like a movie made in 1925 to somebody in 2021 would be boring as fuck to watch, straight up. Let's see. For instance, oh, never mind. Because there are also strange depictions where Aten is replaced, or perhaps opposed, by a dark anthropomorphic figure also emanating a radial series of arms, but in whose hands the ink does not appear. Sometimes these radial elements, or arms, do not have hands and have an ending. Photocopy. Is that some kind of puzzle? Like, there's gotta be some kind of purpose to that, but that's really long and really just anything. It seems unreal that I spent so much time in here reading and now this place has turned into a nightmare. Oh, so that's his seat of choice. and you're also so unfazed by the nightmare that it's become. A portrait of Ivan the Terrible. When he was young, it's not even very well known. Grace didn't believe it was really him. Speaking of Ivan the Terrible, that's apparently that's somewhat of a misnomer. Apparently, the name Ivan the Terrible is actually mistranslated from the original language. The original language had a word that could mean anything from terrible to excellent. Um, which is sounds really weird, but just bear with it. And so the word used from the translation is terrible, but the more correct word would be something along the lines of fierce or fearsome, which means, that he was, sometimes he could be cruel, but he was also very respected and respectable. So apparently Ivan the Terrible might be somewhat of a, misguided, and apparently something like Ivan the Fearsome is a better thing. Now, of course, it's also apocryphal information, but just food for thought. That could all be bullshit as far as I know. I'm also certain that I can't go down there. Yeah, the mist is right there. What? Let's see if this works out. Let me explain my logic there. I went down there, didn't die, but I went down there and I noticed that on the cameras there are a bunch of creatures, but in the actual game world place there were really none. So my assumption was that it was a sort of poltergeist thing where you can see shit on the camera but not in the thing. So I went back into the cameras and looked at exactly, to the best of my ability, where those creatures were and stepped around accordingly. And so far I'm successful. Looks like the security camera's off.
Okay, I should go back to the monitors.
Managed to work it. I don't want to break it again. That's it? So stay away from a brightly lit table. Ha. This is going to be easier said than done. I'm just going to warn right now, there may be a lot of cuts from me, because like I'm going to be standing around pausing it every now and then just to make sure to kind of see where I am on track, and I'll probably end up cutting it a lot, just so it's clear. Like right now, for instance, I'm about to look at that again. Let's do it. Oh, that's that fucking glow.
That has to be Sebastian's desk. I'm close.
Sinister Nature. An old volume that tells the stories of the investigations carried out by Legrand and his companions. Oh, that's it? Oh, okay. Well, that works, I suppose.
Sinister Nature. Interesting. Damn it.
Wait, was that the whole fucking thing?
There was another book about Argos Legrand in the library. A compilation of research trips written by two of his
Oh.
associates in the early 1900s. Sinister Nature was a kind of narration of Legrand's frustrated trips in search of paranormal phenomena, with one of the last pages marked by Husha, the cursed concert, St. Cecilia's Abbey. St. Cecilia, the patron saint of music. I'm not sure what Husha wanted when he set out in Legrand's footsteps, or how long he planned on doing it. But it was a start. The best place to start looking, before it gets too late.